Power of belief. There is a force inside you right now that has built civilizations, healed the incurable, and defied every law of probability the modern world holds sacred. It isn't technology, it isn't a pill, it isn't something that you can buy. It is belief. And most people, most awakening people, still don't fully understand what it actually is, or how terrifyingly powerful it becomes when it is absolute. Today we go deep, because this isn't motivational content. This is a conversation about the fundamental mechanics of how reality is constructed and who controls the blueprint. I'm Robert Christopher. This is Conscious Creator. Welcome back. Belief is not opinion. Let's start here, because this is where most people get it wrong. Belief is not a preference. It is not a hope. It is not a wish dressed up in positive language. Belief is a state of being. It is a frequency your entire system, mind, body, soul, locks onto and broadcasts into the field of reality around you. When you truly believe something, you don't wonder if it's going to happen. You don't check in daily to see if it is still coming. You move, you breathe, you make decisions as if it is already real. There is no gap between you and the thing. That gap, that space of doubt, of maybe, of I hope so, that is where manifestation goes to die. The ancients understood this. Every serious mystical or esoteric tradition on this earth, from the Hermetic schools of Egypt to the mystery traditions of Greece to the ancient Vedic texts of India, they all pointed to the same fundamental truth. Consciousness shapes reality, and belief is the engine of consciousness. What you hold in absolute conviction, your nervous system, your subconscious mind, your very energetic field organizes itself around it. You begin to see differently. You make different choices. You attract different circumstances. Not through the magic in the fantasy sense, but through the very real mechanics of how a focused, convinced, committed consciousness moves through the world. What 100% belief actually requires. So what does it take to believe in something or someone completely? 100%. No backdoor, no escape clause. It's like being pregnant. You cannot be 95% pregnant. First, it requires the death of the outside opinion. Most people's belief systems are not their own. They are assembled from what their parents believed, what their culture allowed, and what their peers approved of, and what the institutions around them certified as possible. When we have been handed a belief system, like a hand-me-down coat, and most people wear it their entire lives without ever asking whether it fits their soul. 100% belief requires you to go inward and decide. Not what you've been told is real, but what you know to be true. This is an act of profound spiritual sovereignty. It is one of the bravest things a human being can do. Second, it requires alignment between your words, your thoughts, and your actions. You cannot say, I believe I will succeed, and then spend your evenings feeding your mind with content that reinforces limitation. You cannot declare belief in your healing and then live in the energy of your sickness. Real belief creates congruence. Every part of you starts moving in the same direction, not perfectly, not without setbacks, but with a unified intention that the universe can no longer ignore. And third, and this is the part most people resist, it requires belief sustained through the absence of evidence. This is where the test is. This is where most souls fold. When the outer world hasn't yet reflected the inner conviction, when the results are slow and the doubt is loud, that is the proving ground of real belief. The ones who hold it there, who refuse to let the outer world rewrite their inner knowing, those are the ones who watch reality eventually bend. Because here is a truth the ancient teachers never stopped repeating. The physical world is always the last place change appears. The shift happens in consciousness first, in belief first. The material world is simply just catching up. So why they need to get you to stop believing. So let's talk about something that most spiritual content won't touch. Your belief, your personal, sovereign, unshakable belief, is a direct threat to systems of power. Think about this carefully. Every system of control, whether it's political, institutional, corporate, or cultural, operates on one foundational requirement: that you believe that you need them, that you cannot heal without their medicine, that you cannot know without their education, that you cannot be safe without their permission, that you cannot create reality. That reality is something that happens to you, not something you participate in generating. This is not accidental. This is architecture. The deliberate erosion of personal belief takes many forms. Fear is the primary tool, because fear and belief cannot fully occupy the same space. When you are in a chronic state of anxiety, of scarcity, of threat, your nervous system cannot hold the elevated frequency that true belief requires. Fear literally, biologically prevents belief. And a population kept in a constant, low-grade fear is a population that has outsourced its own creative power. Then there is the distortion of identity. You are told from birth, through media, through education, that you are a biological accident, a consumer, a demographic, a body with an expiration date. You are not told that you are an ancient soul with access to the full creative intelligence of the universe. You are not taught that you are focused intention, and your focused intention has measurable effects on physical reality. Even though the science of quantum mechanics has been quietly pointing towards this for over a century. And then there's the most insidious tool of all, manufactured unworthiness. The slow, persistent message that you are not enough, not smart enough, not connected enough, not credentialed enough to trust your own knowing, to believe in your own vision, to step into your own power without permission from a system that profits from your doubt. When you understand this, when you truly see it, you realize that choosing to believe fully, completely in yourself and in your soul's purpose is not just a personal act. It is an act of resistance. So reclaiming your belief, how do you rebuild a belief system that is yours, rooted in your soul and not in a system? Well, you begin by getting ruthlessly honest about what you actually believe right now. Not what you want to believe, not what you tell people that you believe. What do your daily choices say that you believe? Because your actions are the most honest broadcast of your true belief system. They don't lie. Then you begin to feed a different frequency. You become intentional about what you allow into your mind and your energy field. The content you consume, the voices you listen to, the conversations you participate in, all of it is either expanding or contracting your capacity for belief. You practice holding your vision in states of deep stillness, in meditation, in breath work, in those quiet spaces where the noise of the outer world falls away and you can hear what your soul already knows. And you act, even imperfectly, even before you feel ready, because action is belief made physical. Every step you take in the direction of what you know to be true sends a signal to your subconscious mind, to the field around you, that now you are serious, that this is not fantasy, that you are all in. So here is what I want you to take with you today. You were not born into this life to spend it doubting yourself. That doubt was installed, and anything that was installed can be uninstalled. Your belief is not a small thing. It is not a supplement to your life. It is the source code of the reality that you are living right now. Change the code truly, deeply, at the level of soul conviction, and you change everything that flows from it. The world does not need more people who are waiting for permission to believe in themselves. It needs you, fully convinced, fully committed, fully alive in the knowing of who you are and what you came here to do. Believe it, believe in it, and believe in yourself like your life depends on it. Because in ways that you are just beginning to understand, it does. Stay conscious, stay sovereign, keep creating. Thank you.